how many numbers are there in all from 4000 to 4999, both 4000 and 4999 included, having at least one of their digits repeated. So basically he's talking about numbers from 4000 to 4999 and both inclusive, right? Both 4000 and 4999 are included. So how many numbers are there, do you think? How many numbers would be there? 4,999, not 4,990. How many numbers are there between 4,000 and 4,999? There will be 1,000 numbers, right? You have got 1,000 numbers. Yes or no? See, it's like, let's assume this is 0 to 999. There are 999 numbers. I mean, 0 to 999, there are 1,000 numbers. I mean, from 1 to 999, or I mean, if you are getting confused, from 4001, so on up to 4999, there will be 999 numbers. But he's asking us to include 4000 as well, which is 1, right? So this total gives you 1,000 numbers. So there are 1,000 numbers here. Now we have to find out that out of these 1,000 numbers, how many have at least one of their digits repeated. Now the same problem again, finding out how many have at least one of the digits repeated is going to be very complex. Again, when he says at least one, there can be more than one digit which gets repeated. Like for example, what all numbers have to be considered here? You have to consider all those numbers like, 4401 or 4332. All these are numbers that he's asking us to count, because at least one of the digits is repeated. Here 4 is repeated, here 3 is repeated, or maybe we have 4655, 5 is repeated, or maybe we have 4646. This is a number with 4 is repeated and 6 is repeated, right? At least one of the digits repeated. 2 also can get repeated, right? Or we may have like 4999, right? This digit 9 is repeated. I mean, one digit can repeat twice also, like 999, right? Or we may have 4777, right? Or for that matter 4444. All these numbers have to be counted. All such numbers have to be counted, where at least one of the digits is repeated. Now doing that again directly would take a lot of time. So let's do it indirectly. What do you mean by doing it indirectly? Let us find out all the numbers without any repetition. Let us find all the numbers between 4000 and 4999 without any repetition. Subtract that count from 1000 to get the required answer. Yes or no? So let's find out all the numbers without repetition. All the numbers without repetition. How do you do this? See, there are 4 places. Remember, the first place can always be filled only in one way, because it will always start with 4. You see, in all these numbers, the starting digit is 4, because our range is 4000 to 4999. So the thousands place will always remain 4, which means the thousands place can be filled only in one way. Now, in how many ways can you fill this hundreds place? It can be filled in 9 ways. See, total from 0 to 9, there are 10 digits. Out of 10 digits, one digit has already been occupied by this thousands place, right? 4. So 4 is excluded now. We are left with 9 digits. Any of those 9 digits can come here. Yes. Then tens place can be filled in how many ways? Only in 8 ways. See, whichever digit comes here, it cannot come elsewhere. So now the choice is reduced to 8. Then 7. Which means the total number of numbers without repetition are what? 1 into 9 into 8 into 7. So 9 8s 72, 72 into 7. How much is 72 into 7? It will be 504. 70 into 7, 490, and 2 into 7, 14. 490 plus 14 is 504. That means there are 504 numbers without repetition. 504 numbers without repetition. Now numbers with repetition. What will be the count of numbers with repetition? From the total 1000 numbers, subtract 504, which gives you 496. So option C would be your answer. 496 numbers where not even a single digit is repeated, right? Here we have taken all the numbers with at least one repetition, in 496. Here we have taken all the numbers without any repetition, right? So total minus without repetition will give you with repetition, or total minus with repetition will give you without repetition. So option C, 496 is the correct answer.